I ended up coming to the Provi because I had a severe problem with alcohol. I'd been drinking since the age of 17, and in the last couple of years it got so bad that I ended up in bed for about a year, and I really needed treatment to help me detox. When I arrived at Provi, I was terrified. I didn't really know what to expect. As soon as I came in through the door, everyone was really welcoming, the staff and the clients. Everyone came up, introduced themselves, and just made me feel really welcome and at ease, and it really helped to get that friendly welcome when you come in. Probably special to me because the counsellors are really, really great. They're all in recovery themselves, so they all know what they're talking about, and it's just a sort of nurturing environment, and you always feel like the door's always open. My life's totally turned around. I'm doing things I never imagined I'd be able to do. I've got a flat by the sea. I'm off alcohol and I don't even think about drinking anymore. And to be able to wake up and go out the door and have a life, it's pretty amazing.
My name is Steve Spiegel. I'm the co-founder and chairman of the Providence projects. I'm also a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. I opened the Providence projects in 1996 with Dr. Turnbull, with a mission to provide revolutionary type of top quality treatment at an effective price.
When I arrived at Provi, I was a bag of nerves, but I was made to feel welcome, especially by all the other peers and the counsellors. Obviously it's a very nerve-wracking experience, but yeah, very welcome.
I was honestly pleasantly surprised. I had a one-to-one with my counsellor on the first afternoon I was here, and the counsellors and everyone were, extremely welcoming. I had nothing to fear. The group therapy sessions which we had here were superb. It was the first time I'd really got honest with myself and other people. There was no hiding, just you can't go through here pretending, it won't do you any good, and you wouldn't be allowed anyway.
I found things like group therapy a bit scary, but that's what you need. You need to sit there and talk about yourself and see what it's all about. Things like life stories and stuff. When you walk in that place, I thought it was just me, and I realised there's so many people like myself out there.
My personal story of addiction was a long and painful journey into the depths of despair. I used drugs and alcohol on a daily basis for many, many years, and I just couldn't stop. I eventually found myself in a treatment centre where I was initially detoxed and introduced to a programme of recovery. These were the first simple steps in changing my life and improving the lives of those around me. I didn't realise at the time how important these steps were, but in fact they saved my life. After much training and research, I decided I wanted to open a revolutionary type of treatment, and that's when I met Dr. Turnbull. We formally opened the Providence Project on the 12th of September 1996 as a non-profit making organisation in order to help people that couldn't normally afford treatment.
On a couple of occasions we went to Moores Valley, which is a park just on the edge of the New Forest. There's treetop walks. It's just a nice day to get a break from the treatment regime, which obviously is so important. And of course, being where it is here at Provi, you're so close to the sea. I think it was the second day that I was here, even though it was the end of March, I actually went into the sea, which was fantastic. And we did try and spend as much time on the beach as we possibly can. It's a lovely setting down here. That's why I've stayed. There were other things we did which got us, back into sort of the real normality. And they're just the sort of things that I would never have got any pleasure from when I was drinking. I didn't do anything unless I was drinking. But it just sort of got me back into a normal way of life, and I thoroughly enjoyed them.
My son was taken ill 18 months ago, and he had been with trouble with the police, also with a lot of drugs, owed a lot of money. He was arrested. He was then taken into a local mental health hospital who did no good for him whatsoever. We came across a telephone number of a place that we rang up, and they highly recommended the Providence with a very, very high success rate. We rang them and they said that they could actually take him last year, and he has now completed 14 weeks and clean, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place.
I used to drive around looking for him because I knew where he would be and what situation he'd be in. He'd be violent, horrible. It did put a mental strain on everybody emotionally. Every time the phone rang, you thought, oh, now what's happened? And it was mum and dad, it was breaking them.
I've been married nearly 40 years, and my marriage was on the rocks because of it. And I didn't actually want to come home from work at all, nor did my husband, because we didn't know what we were going to find.
And just not knowing that you're going to get that call saying, are you such and such brother or sister, and I've got your brother, and you think, oh, now how much does he owe now? And you knew he just was safe and he was going to get clean. That was the nicest feeling.
The support is fantastic at this place. It really is fantastic. They brought me back my son.
Yeah.
As I look back now, I actually really did enjoy my time. It was probably my first period of what I would say freedom since I was probably around about 13 years of age.
It's definitely special to me because I feel like the door's always open and they still care about how you're doing. You're not just like a number that comes in and goes out. You know, I go in and people are genuinely interested in how I'm doing.
It is a special place, like I say, you know, it's sort of, in a way, they saved my life, you know, because if I'd ended up there, I would have ended up in the gutter.
If you have any questions or wish to come here and have a look round and see the Providence Project for yourself, please don't hesitate to contact us. We really can make a difference.